Hello, welcome to this edition of Lisa's Lupus Adventures. So my plan is to make this episode a bit more exciting and perhaps appeal to a wider audience. So most of you probably already know that I'm a traveler. I travel all the time for business line of work, but also just as a passion. My passion is travel. My passion is connecting with other humans, other people from other cultures, learning, working together. To me, that's powerful. That's what makes me tick, what makes me happy. So when you're sick all the time, that really kind of puts a damper on traveling, because when you're sick, number one, there's fear. You're afraid that, oh gosh, if I am away from my doctors, if I'm sick right now with 6 specialist appointments a week, what's going to happen when I'm not here and then I get sick, right? So there's that fear, which is understandable. Then there is also financial part. I can't really work. There's just no way. I struggle, and there are so many little things involved with this that literally make it impossible. I hope that will change one day, but as of right now, I do not get any benefits of any kind from the government, from private insurance, nothing, except for health insurance. Now, I do have health insurance through an employer, or through the U.S. military, actually. So I don't have an income, or very, very, very little income. Oh yeah, I still am. I write 1 magazine article per month for a business journal, or international business magazine. So aside from the 1 article that I write and my schooling, I am in a doctoral program currently for organizational leadership. And it's a struggle. It is a struggle. I don't feel well. I don't see well. It is difficult to read. My fingers don't want to work right when I type. I get cramps in my fingers and my wrist. I could go on and on. Like, legit, just focusing is sometimes better than others, but it can be so rough that it's really difficult to not just cry and then give up. But I'm not giving up. I'm not a giver-upper. So I am a person who will give 100%. And I'm giving it that 100%. So wish me luck. My plan is still to graduate next spring, but I have a long way to go. I'm halfway done. So likely it'll be, I don't know, next winter. So maybe the end of 2025. We'll see. But still kind of pushing for next spring. So with those things keeping me busy, basically just researching health things, going to doctor's appointments. I am, as I said, at doctor's appointments all the time. Some weeks it's every day. Some weeks I can manage to kind of double up on some days so that I have completely free days. Like today is a completely free day for me, which is pretty nice. And what's crazy is that you don't realize when someone has autoimmune diseases, especially a whole host of them like me, you don't really realize, I never realized, and I feel terrible that I never realized what people were going through. But imagine going to a doctor every day. I mean, essentially that's what I do. Or urgent care or hospital. Like, it just gets really, really old. And so, because of that, I need to get out of here. I need to escape. As I was, discussing finances, which it's difficult when your co-pays alone. Yes, I have military insurance. However, just the co-pays and the paying out of pocket for treatments that TRICARE does not cover. I'm paying between $1,000 and $1,500 a month. Maybe some months a little more, some months a little less, but it's significant. It's really significant, especially when you don't have an income at all. So luckily, I'm able to get by, and with that said, I am taking this trip anyway. Sometimes you realize, yes, money is important, and I would, first of all, I pay my bills. I would never, ever even think of not paying back every penny that I owe someone. 100%. I would never, ever, ever cheat from any person, bank. It doesn't matter. Like, no. If I borrow something, I pay it back. My word is good. So it's not that I'm not gonna pay. But sometimes you just have to prioritize, and as much as I don't want heavy credit card debt, I may not be around to even worry about it. Hopefully I will be, and hopefully I can get well and someday get a job and make good money. So we'll see. But I found a deal for a cruise, and it was presented to me, actually. It was like a casino deal, and I could not pass it up. It is a trip that I have been wanting to take for, I don't know, several years. It's kind of a bucket list thing. And as luck would have it, my mother was also able to take time away during this cruise. So my mother and I will be leaving for Singapore on October 9th, and we will return on November 5th. We will be visiting, on our way to Singapore, we're visiting Doha, Qatar, and then Singapore, then Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, and we'll go to Malaysia, Philippines, Guam, a couple days in Hawaii, which I've been there many times, but the other places I actually haven't been. This is like new territory for me. And then we end on November 5th in Long Beach, California. So I'm pretty excited, and my mother and I will get to spend a whole month together, alone, uninterrupted, and that is a gift. To be able to have my mother for that long of a time, just the two of us, it really is a gift, and I understand that. I appreciate it. The opportunity is amazing. So super happy, very excited. So along with that excitement comes, yeah, you guessed it, a little bit of apprehension. Like, I'm sick. Like, how am I going to make this work? Well, I did take 2 transatlantic cruises to and from Europe earlier this year, and they were totally fine. I did great. The thing is, when you're traveling and you're ill, cruises really and truly are the way to go, because you can be in the middle of all of the activity. You can enjoy the shows, the dining, the pools, the health facilities, whatever. I mean, you can really be out there enjoying with everyone else, but your bed is never further than a couple minute walk away in an elevator. So yeah, I have found that as long as I rest, and I have to rest often, I'm not the same person that I used to be, but I can still have fun. I can still go. I can still live a meaningful, adventurous life. It's just a little different. And you can too. It might be a little different, but it can be every bit as meaningful. And really, I think I may even appreciate it a little bit more now. Not that I didn't appreciate it before, but I do believe that now I understand that, you know, your life, your physical ability to travel could disappear at any moment. So I need to take advantage of every opportunity I can. And if I could help you understand anything, I would want it to be that you can too. And I want everyone to live life to its fullest. With that being said, there are some things that you might need to consider. For example, I have been buying travel insurance, so I am a believer in travel insurance. I have not always had it, but I learned when I was in Cuba, maybe 6-7 years ago, and became very, 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 very ill. And I did not have insurance. And even just having IVs in the ship's hospital, it was thousands of dollars, and American health insurance does not cover. So, you know, my little cruise ended up costing as much as a car almost. So from that point on, I became all about the travel insurance. So earlier this year, I purchased an annual policy that covers me for the entire year 2024. That covered my 2 earlier transatlantics, and now will cover my Southeast Pacific and the Pacific crossing to the United States. And while it's not cheap, I want to say that was $400 to $500. It's based on age, though, also. So the older you are, the more expensive. The younger, the less expensive. So I have that policy. But no, that's not enough for me. So now, guess what? I also bought the flight insurance. So I purchased tickets on Qatar Airways, or Qatar, however you want to say it, Qatar Airways, through the Alaskan Air website. And Alaska Air offers their own insurance, but I purchased it. So now I have their insurance, which also has some kind of minimal, but it does have decent, like, medical coverage, baggage coverage, missed connection, travel delay, whatever. And then, of course, cancellation for your flight, should that be needed. So I have that insurance, which is also completely covered under my annual policy. But no, that's not enough either. So I also bought the cruise line insurance. And the cruise line insurance covers basically from the moment I get on the ship until I get off in Long Beach, California. It covers not only for the cruise fare, but it also covers like emergency evacuation if I were to become critically ill on the ship and they needed to medevac me off, or God forbid I pass away in a foreign country and they need to repatriate my body, then that's covered. They cover also medical expenses and dental. So, you know, I'm probably way better insured being away from home than I am at home. I mean, I thank God that I have dry care. I have military insurance. However, it's not spectacular. It really isn't. And so I'm not concerned about that. And if you are concerned about traveling and getting sick and then, oh, what will I do? It'll be expensive. Buy insurance. That's my recommendation to you. Do not stop living your life, but buy insurance. So there's that. Now, the next thing, oh, this is getting long. I'm going to make it actually another video so that it's not quite this long. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will post my next video soon. Take care. Stay healthy.